Welcome, guys. I don't know honestly how an average America it's making it through the day, through the week, through the month. All I'm seeing is, as you can see, the for some reason the groceries is creeping up. Everything is getting so high and expensive. The only thing I can say is, why would it be so expensive? Like, how an average person just wake up every day and just pretend that everything is fine when it's not. There hasn't been any there hasn't been any changes on the economy, and people are just barely making it paycheck to paycheck when inflation is getting real high. And only thing I can say is, I believe it's probably a some kind of either recession that we're heading to, or everything is about to seem that everything is collapsing. It's not about your salary, what you make. I wonder why the wages stay the same. I remember back then people used to go to grocery store and buy a bunch of food, and with $80 now you need about $400 to fill up your shopping cart. It's like insane. How can you afford to even buying groceries right now in the United States is a luxury, because people have even stopped like buying food at the restaurant. They'd rather cook at home because they can't afford to do that. People have to deal with living paycheck to paycheck in order for them to survive and buy their own, like, there's any is there any solution for that? Like, I always wonder, like, how can you call the greatest country in the world, like, people are becoming poor every single day. There's more homeless people. There is a lot of people in need. People are applying for a job, and eventually with the AI, it's not going to be any longer. It's going to be even harder to find a job right now, and the jobs are going to pay cheaper because you're going to be manipulated by corporations saying that, oh, guess what, the job that you know how to do, AI robot know how to do it as well. So my thing is, this country since 2001 that I remember, it's been fighting back and forth in wars, spending money. And it's not only me, it's hundreds of millions of Americans out there watching this video, that they know what I'm talking about. Waking up every day, we're not living anymore. We're trying to survive. We're trying to have our 3 meals a day, and we're trying to have a roof over our heads. We're trying to have clothing. It's so difficult right now, to wake up every day and to know that everybody's broke. People are basically spending money that they don't have with their credit card, student loan, you name it. So my thing is, why? How come nobody, like, does people even realize that the inflation rate right now is 2.7%, and it's skyrocketing right now? Buying a house in average in the United States, you need at least 350 to $450,000 average, which means back then in 1990, people used to be able to buy a house with $75,000 and their income was all right. Now with $70,000, that's barely your lower income a year, which means, where is the dollar? Like, even groceries, the housing, the land market, the all the inflation is just terrible. Like, cars used to be, I remember you used to be okay with buying a car 15,000 cash. Now you need at least 54 to 63,000 to buy a car. That's adding the interest rates and adding the warranties and all that crap they sell you. But on top of that, you have to have a full cover for that car, so you're protected from, so it's protected. And my thing is, is it going to get even worse in the, I would say maybe in 2030? Because I remember in 2020 things were not so expensive as it is right now. So every time you go to the grocery store, especially Walmart, you'd be surprised, but even things that used to cost you 80, 90 cents, they're about $3. I I have seen as well that that even me at Starbucks, if you try to get a coffee like macchiato or maybe any kind of coffee, even espresso, the most cheapest coffee at Starbucks, it starts like at seven something dollars. I remember back then, 10 years ago, $3 was a lot. Now you spend from $7 to $14 for a coffee, which means about $5,000 a year, which is insane. You can't even buy a coffee no more. And I'm starting to realize that this whole thing, this whole corporation America is collapsing. We're going into we're going into big hole where we don't even know how it's going to end up. People are going to eventually lose their houses. People are going to lose their car. Some people even talking about going to off the grid. I guess that'll be the only solution. I don't know, to find a piece of land and just go overseas, or I don't know, maybe go off the grid and leave off the woods and start cooking your food and everything, start fishing, start hunting like the previous people, because all I'm seeing is that with the money that people make, 15 $20 an hour, they're not going to get nowhere like that. I'm telling you, that's not living, that's barely surviving. People are barely living paycheck to pay their bills. People work to pay their bills. I'm talking about 150 million people in America that works to pay their bills. Changing your time, you're trading your time for a little bit of peanuts. You're not getting none of it. And my thing is, what do you guys think? Why this would be the best solution to be not wealthy but to be fine? To have a savings, to have emergency fund, to have a 401k, to have a, I don't know, to have a car, to have a small house, to have a good job where you're not really trapped in the rat race, the 9 to 5, the matrix. Why is it so hard to just live a normal life in the United States? Why it has become a luxury to buy even groceries? People start living in their car, their van, their RVs. People live in their storage unit, and nobody wants to talk about. It's over. It's over. I don't even know how many people are applying for the same job. Like, why is it so damn hard? And even if you have a job, you're not secure. One day your boss may tell you, hey, guess what? I'm going to have to lay you off, or you're going to get fired on the spot. Why? Because they're no longer going to need you. Nobody's secure in the United States no more. Why would be the best solution to solve the problems with inflation, recession, and we're heading to a big collapse like 2008? People are not buying houses at all. And if you can see, houses are not going down. Instead, they're going up. They're going skyrocketing, sky high every single day. They're not stopping. Why? Because the whole ideology is you spend more on interest rates and all of that. You're being deaf your whole life. Especially if you're like from your 30s, you're fine. But if you're like your 50s, 60s, you're already saying bye to this world. Like, how in the world can you survive, or you afford to pay a house? There's no way. You have to have, even millennials have to have at least four millennials have to have at least four roommates in order for you to pay your rent, your utilities, your electricity is going up, and water. In this city, there's people that have got their bill from over $1,000 on electricity only. Can you imagine? Because the AC is running the whole summer. And I'm wondering, like, how in the world your payments are triple than your salary. Like, you're barely just working to, if you make $500 a week, you're barely just working to pay, because you pay over $2,000 for rent. So you be broke at the end of the month. People don't realize, but yeah, we're going to a big collapse. I don't know. I think this thing is going to get even worse. Inflation is not stopping. I don't know if we're heading to another recession. And I don't know how an average American makes it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how they make it, because people are just working, working, and working like a dog, like a slave. And I don't see anything getting better. Things are not getting better. Everything is just so expensive right now. Skyrocketing, groceries, housing, utilities, car, house, everything is just so expensive. It's like nothing right now costs you more than less than $5 right now. Even a coffee is so expensive right now that it's just so hard. Even Walmart, the prices are so inflated, like by the tariff, and nothing is going to go down, and wages stay the same. And what would be the best solution to increase those wages? Because people still make $15 to $20 an hour. If you make that money in the United States, it's like you're literally making pennies. You're not making anything at all, because you'll be broke at the end of the month. This is a message for all the middle class and all the lower middle class. I hope you guys understand me. I'm not the only one struggling with this. Everybody is. People are broke. People have no savings, no checkings account. Because the thing is, how do you guys do it? Like, how do you how do you actually keep up with the rent? How do you actually keep up with the groceries? I wanna see your comments. And I hope you guys feeling this video. I'm feeling it too, because I'm feeling your pain, and I'm feeling your sadness, your anxiety, your depression. You're so mad, angry, and grumpy. I get it. Because every single America, over 100 million people in America are mad. This inflation and all this joker at the White House promises, oh yeah, it's gonna get better. It's gonna be the greatest economy, blah blah blah. People are struggling financially. People are literally going broke. Everybody's broke. Like, it's just so hard for middle class to survive, to feed your kids. Even at school, you had to buy the supplies and everything. People are stealing at the store supplies for their kids for school. People are stealing grocery. People are stealing clothing and stuff because people cannot find a job. And this leads us to a lot of crime and mental health. And it's over many million people that have a lot of mental health. And people are not the same anymore as well. Since 2020, people have changed a lot. People barely even socialize, and something is not right in this world, in this country. I don't know what the heck it is, but something is not right. Even to buy, like just something at the store, any drink or something, it's just skyrocketing. And you're barely working for $15-$20 an hour, and you start wondering, like, man, why is life so expensive, man? Why in the fuck is so expensive? Like, I don't understand. Like, is this gonna get any better, or is just gonna keep increasing, and your wages will stay the same for years? People don't know what to do with that. People want to have some sort of income, maybe a hustle, maybe I don't know, create some other creativity, because nobody's buying, nobody's selling. It's like the whole thing is freezes it. It's like, I don't know. People don't know what to do. I know many people don't have a job right now. Thousands of people don't have a job right now, and they're looking for a job. They cannot find a job. They get desperate. They get mental health, and people are. I don't know how an average American make it. Honestly, I don't know. They're gonna have to give me that recipe, because I don't know how they're making it to pay their car note, to pay their insurance. Don't even get me started with health care. It's a disaster. It's a tremendous disaster. Healthcare is like nobody even has it no more, because it's broken system. The whole system was designed to be greedy and take away all your savings and all of that. It's like, I don't understand why people don't get it. But when you go buy a house, you're always gonna be qualifying regardless of whatever. But you don't know that that house is gonna take you 60 to 70 years to pay it off, or even more. So I hope you guys take some notes on this and think about what the economy is gonna be, how inflation is gonna get fixed. Are we heading to another recession? Are we heading to another economy crash? Are we collapsing as Americans? What is happening in this country with the homeless, people being hungry, people asking for food, people asking for a place to live, living in a miserable, like a third world country situations? I hope you guys understand. You're welcome to subscribe to this channel. I like to talk about this kind of subjects with you guys. I want to I want to hear your words. I want you guys to share with me, what kind of situation are you going through? Do you guys have a job? Do you guys don't have a job? Are you guys broke? Are you guys wanting to succeed one day in life? Because I'm sick and tired of this crap, man. I mean, I just feel like every day, every single America is not living anymore. It's just surviving to make it through the day, to pray God, the universe, the creator, to have a roof over their head and food. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Subscribe to this channel. Welcome everyone to this channel. And this is your boy, Dennis the Menace. You all take care. God bless.